talked about developed chest. I just got to ask you, like, what are some of the basics that you are kind of like, you like to work with? If you can, I don't know, generalize a little bit. I mean, what is your training routine like, or teaching your clients? Is it a certain cardio focus, that kind of thing? I mean, what would a typical day with Jamie be, from a theoretical perspective?
What I try and find from a client is how I can fit it into their lifestyle, because it has to be a lifestyle. If I tell someone who's never trained before that they need to train 6 times a week, they need to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, they're not going to keep it up. And even if they do keep it up and get the result, are they going to be doing it in a year's time? Probably not. And that's what I try and explain to a lot of my clients, is that I'm getting them to try and do things that they can see themselves doing for the rest of their life. Because if they enjoy what they're doing, if they enjoy the process, if they enjoy what they're eating, then they're going to do it for the rest of their life. So not only will they get the result, they will keep the result. For me, it's very easy to say to someone, right, I can get you ripped in 12 weeks. We follow some extreme dieting principles, let's just say, for example, drop carbs out, get them to do endless amounts of cardio. Yes, they'll look great, but for how long?
Right.
And once they finished it, they'll go back to their normal eating habits, they'll go back to their normal training routine. If anything, if they don't resent going to the gym because they've been in there 6 times a week, and they'll go backwards.
Right. So how do you form a habit? And I've heard that it takes 66 days to form a habit. My dad was telling me about some book where it said that you have to make those tiny changes, like you said.
Yeah.
Just make a 10% change and see if they can stick with it, and make another small change, because any of these drastic ones, not sustainable, maybe even for a few days, let alone a long period of time. So because that's what you do.
Yeah.
You ultimately, if you look at what you do, I mean, you try to really change someone's brain first, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like a lot of things. I want to find out why. Why are they doing that? Why have you come to me today and said, I want to change? And where their head is. I had an amazing client who I think he was about 300 pounds, and he was on a plane going to Pakistan, and he was so big that he couldn't fit in the seat. So he had to stand up the whole plane journey. And everyone was staring at him, everyone was looking down their nose at him, and it was that emotional connection that he had, that he said to me, I don't want to feel that ever again. And that's it, you've got that person.
Right. You want to see that.
You want to get results, and you will continually get results because you don't want to feel like that again. And he lost, I think, 160 pounds and changed his life, because he had that emotional connection to it. And I reminded him, said, remember that, remember how you felt. And it made a change. So if someone comes to me and goes, I'm going on holiday in 3 weeks, I want to look ripped for the beach to impress girls.
You must love that one.
I get it a lot, and I'm just like, go away. I am not interested in that, because I can, but it's not long lasting. You haven't learned anything from me. I haven't educated you. And the chances are, as soon as you get on your holiday, 3 days in, you've lost all your hard work. So for me, that doesn't float my boat.